Oh, hello there. Let's have a look at percentages, fractions, and decimals. Let's see how we convert between these. So percentages into fractions. Well, how do we go from percentage into a fraction? Well, we know that percent just means out of 100. So 24% actually means 24 over 100. But after that, we have to make sure that it's in its simplest form. So 24 and 100, what numbers fit in both of them? Well, they're even, and 4 fits in both of them. So we divide the top and bottom number by 4. And when you divide the top 24 by 4, you get 6, and 100 divided by 4 is 25. So to convert percentages into fractions, place your number over the denominator of 100, and if you can, simplify. So what about fractions into percentages? How do we go backwards? How do we turn 6 over 25 back to a percentage? So we look at the denominator and we think, what can it be multiplied by to get to 100? Well, 25 can be multiplied by 4 to get to 100. So we do the same to the numerator because whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top to keep the fractions equivalent. So we multiply the top and bottom by 4, and therefore we get 24 over 100. And something out of 100 means percent. So we get 24%. So to turn fractions into percentages, you aim to make the denominator into 100 and then multiply the top and bottom by the same value. Let's do another one, 11 over 20. So we know that 20 can be multiplied by 5 to get to 100. So whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So 20 times 5 and 11 times 5. 11 times 5 is 55. So we have 55 over 100, which is 55%. Let's do another one, 11 over 40. This time the 40 doesn't multiply by any number easily to get to 100. So what are we going to do? Well, we can always multiply by 1 because it doesn't change our value. And 100% means 1, so we can multiply by 100%. Before we multiply fractions, we always look for a numerator and a denominator to simplify so we can deal with easier numbers. So we notice that this 100 and the 40 are both divisible by 10 and they're even, so they're both divisible by 20. So there are 2 20s in 40, so we write 2, and there's 5 20s in the 100, so we write the little 5 there. So now we multiply the numerators. 11 times 5 is 55, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we get 55 over 2% because we have the percent here. Remember, we didn't multiply by just 100 because that would change our value. We multiply by 100%, which is 1. So now we have 55 over 2, which we can simply divide and get 27.5%. What about percentages into decimals? Let's turn 24% into a decimal. Well, we know that percent means out of 100 or over 100. And when we do fractions, over 100, it's the same as divided by 100. So we can do 24 divided by 100. And when we divide by 100, all we have to do is move the decimal point twice. So now we have 0.24. Let's convert decimals into a percentage. Here we have 0.24. We can multiply by 1 because it wouldn't change the question. 100% is 1. So let's multiply by 100%. To do so, we can multiply the 100 part by moving the decimal point twice, and we just keep the percent. So we get 24%. Let's do one last one. 0.025, to convert it to a percent, we multiply by 100%. We do that again by moving the decimal point twice and then writing the percent. So we would get the decimal point there, so it's 2.5%. That's it from me today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.